Hi everyone. I've been using Zoom and having to use Zoom as my only means of having therapy sessions with clients. And I was reading a wonderful book by Jenna Lejeune and Jason Looma, Values in Therapy, and really wanting to try out some more of the values work, to do more values work than I'm currently doing. Um, and I particularly like the values card sort. And I was wondering how could I do that now, that I can't physically give the cards to people. So I had an idea to create something using Microsoft PowerPoint and using the screen share function of Zoom and other video conferencing packages. So I just wanted to share that with you all in case it's helpful for someone else to use in the context that we're currently in. This first slide also highlights something, metaphor by Jenna and Jason, that I really like, about how values work with people can be as, though people are living in a city where there's lots of light pollution, and values are like the sky, where you might not be able to get a very clear view of it, with where you are in life and just not being aware of your own values generally. And doing values work with people can be like going out to the middle of nowhere, where suddenly you can see the beautiful vast constellation above your head, and just opening up all that possibility of what your life could be like, and how you could live your life. So I really like that. And this is the virtual values card sort that I've created on a PowerPoint slide. One thing I should say about this is doing a card sort with people doesn't mean that the cards you come up with are set in stone. Like that constellation, this just opens up some possibilities for clients to try out those values and to see how they fit, and whether they bring meaning to people's lives. You'll see this top left pile of values cards. There are nearly 60 cards here that I've used, the ones that Jenna and Jason very kindly shared in their online resource that comes with the book. And I've just created text boxes on PowerPoint and just typed in the value and the description of the value underneath. You can see that I've created some blank ones over here. I started filling in this one as determination, but you could put whatever you want into these blank values if people have values that don't come up with these examples over here. And just to show you a little bit about moving around the cards, if you make sure you get this 4-point arrow, you see my mouse moving around, and then just click, and that allows you to move the cards around, and then you'll see the other ones that are revealed underneath. And of course, feel free to play around, change, adapt these cards, evolve. You'll see that I've just left them blank, but you can, if you click on the text box, it opens up your options boxes over here. And you see the color at the moment is on white, but if I change it to blue, then you get a blue card. You could also mess around with the gradient. You could add a picture background to it, including inserting pictures that you might take and save yourself. So there's lots more creativity that can come with this, so that you just really fit it around what works for you, the context you work in, the people you work with, how you are as a therapist. Okay, and also with different contexts. You can, of course, just change the language. Working with different people speaking different languages, and also the same language but different context as well, that might be more appropriate. So feel free to play around with this. Okay, and you can see down the bottom, I've included the 3 columns to get clients to sort their values into. So you've got, this value is very important to me, this value is important to me, and this value is less important to me. And you can play around by just sorting the cards around. What I've done is that I've shared my screen with the PowerPoint presentation on my computer to the client, and then I'm asking the client to choose where they would sort the particular values into. If your client's quite able, computer-wise, you can always send them the PowerPoint, and they can share their screen and move it around themselves. But I found it works equally well with me just moving around. It's still allowing choice to people, and it's also opening up a lot of discussion. The process is really important, that people can talk about what's important to them, about that particular value word, what shows up for them, what difficult thoughts, feelings, sensations show up around that values word as well. So you might get a sense of pain that's showing up, and also a sense of vitality that you can focus on and explore more as well. Okay, so I would keep sorting into the different piles. And just to speed things up for you a little bit, I'm just going to skip on to the next slide, where I've completed all of this sorting into the different columns for me. So this is my example, how I sorted things out for myself. And I'm just going to get rid of the blank cards that are up here now. Okay, just to create some space. And I'm also going to change these columns . Okay, and then I'm just going to delete these cards. One thing I should say as well, that it's best to make sure that you save a template of this and then create a new document for each client you use it with. It will just save you having to sort all the cards back if you just create that blank template with them all in the starting position. Okay, so having sorted all of the values cards for myself into the very important pile, the next stage of the card sort is to sort them into the top 3 values for me, or not top 3. And this is where it gets a bit harder, really, where you're really having to kind of choose between some, ones that are, very appealing to you. With some clients, I've allowed some flexibility, of course, with that I might have, people might have had 4, and then you can arrange them like this. And then when you've done it all, you might then get people to try and eliminate one of these if possible, but if not, then I allow it, of course. Okay, just to speed things on, I'm going to skip to the next slide, where you can see how it ended up for me with my top 3 values of creativity, connection, and knowledge, and the ones are sorted into not top 3. And of course, as I said at the beginning, this isn't set in stone. it's like that constellation of stars. These are just possibilities for you to explore yourself or to explore with your client, as you get them to try these values out, to experiment with them, to see how they fit and to see whether they bring meaning in people's life and are reinforcing as a result. And if anyone has any feedback on this virtual values card sort, I'd be really grateful. Get in touch with me at my email. Let me know how you've got on with it, whether you've got any ideas to adapt it, any teething problems as well. And I'd really love to see what options people come up with, and range of colors, how they look, how many different languages we can get this in as well, and just so that it's open, accessible to as many people as possible. Thank you very much, and I hope this helps you and your clients, and ultimately it's all for the clients that we all serve. Thank you.